Hello, and welcome to Good Shepherd's Worship on the Go. This Sunday at Good Shepherd, we'll be celebrating Pentecost. We'll hear the story from Acts chapter 2, in which a lot of the disciples were all gathered together in a house during a big festival time in Jerusalem. And they were gathered in there, and all of a sudden, a loud rushing wind tore through the house. And all of a sudden, flames of fire landed on people's heads, and people started speaking in different languages, proclaiming the gospel in ways that people even outside in the streets who were drawn by the chaos could hear the disciples speaking in their own languages. It truly was a fantastic picture. People outside were trying to figure out what's going on here. What does this mean that we see this happening before our eyes, while there were others that just assumed that they must be drunk. There's no other explanation for this. And this truly is a fantastic picture. But this weekend, I want to suggest maybe that one of the more fantastic things that happens is not at all the wind rushing or the different languages or even the tongues of fire on people's heads, but that Peter, the one who denied Jesus 3 times, who then had to reinforce to Jesus that he in fact did love him 3 times on the beach when Jesus was resurrected, that same Peter decides to stand up and proclaim to all those gathered that, in fact, what was happening here is what happened in the book of Joel. The book of Joel. When's the last time you read the book of Joel? It's a deep dive for sure. But the text from Joel is the only thing that came to Peter's mind, and therefore he stood, he took a stand, he said, I'm going to talk about Joel. And he uses the book of Joel to name what he saw happening in his own life as all that was happening, and it gave him courage to proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ. This is the power of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit that pours out on all of us and encourages us and empowers us to claim what God is doing in our lives. It gives us the power to reach into the stories of faith and find something there that connects with our own story. And that story gives us power to proclaim what Christ is doing in our lives. I pray that the Holy Spirit fill you with all courage and promise and empower you to claim what Jesus is doing in your life. For you to be able to see yourself in the stories of faith in the past and motivating you, empowering you now into the future. Amen.